Hello and welcome. Hope you're doing all right. It's the morning after the night before. My voice might be a little bit rough. We had a cocktail party with the lads yesterday, or sorry, I meant a cocktail tasting session, which was a long old day, but I've just tidied it up. So figure we'll go and have a look. First, most obvious thing that you can see is I've finally purchased the patio. That's in the centre there. So all I've done with that is just get a load of chip-ins to bring up the level, put it under. The membrane's not tacked down or anything, it's just resting on top of it, just apart from the bit on the left, just to save it blowing up in the wind. But you can see it's a little bit unlevel, so really I just all I'm going to do is just leave it like that for a little bit, just to let everything settle, and then I'll take it all back up and then put another load of chip-ins down and roller it out a bit. And then I won't cement or do anything with it just yet, just because I may or may not leave it there while I do the waterfall, so I'm going to need a cement mixer and all that up there. So yeah, I'll probably take the patio out of the way when I do that, and then cement it in finally on the last one. But it looks pretty good. It comes as it's an octagon, obviously, as you can see, but it's comes as a square, which is why it's got these little bits that square off the edges of the octagon. So I've just used them as a little funky step for now. Haven't quite decided what to do with them, but we'll that's the leading candidate at the moment. And yeah, so yeah, it looks pretty good. Obviously it'll look a lot better when all the surroundings of it, all the membranes covered up with the bark, but yeah, I'm happy with that. Finally got it, something ticked off the list. So yeah, we're getting there really. Anyway, yeah, let's have a little walk around, just see how everything's doing. So I left a lot of the grass to go long and go to sort of hay, and then I've chopped it all back, as you can see, to try and let it recover a little bit now. So it's slowly greening up. A lot of dead parts still in the grass, so up there, but yeah, it's all right. Passion flowers doing all right. They're still flowering. Can't see one at the moment. Oh, there you go, against the window at the back there. This one's probably got 2 or 3 coming out sort of, at any given time, whereas this one, you'd be lucky to get one on it now, the bluish one. But they're going all right. Seems to be dropping a few leaves and things like that. They are semi-evergreen. But yeah, they're going some. Happy days. I keep chopping the fruits off because they're in pots. Over here, not much to really talk about. The jasminoides is, still going all right there against the fence. Yeah, down here, Hydrangea Samanii is doing really well now, actually. It's really bushing out. It's starting to make its way around the back as well, so it should hopefully in a few years cover that post completely, which is good. Still no new fronds on the old Cyathea coming out. There is one that wants to come out, but it just isn't. I think the Cyatheas seem to have struggled this year. Not as much as some, because it has sent out a couple of nice fronds, but yeah, they're just not quite what they normally do. Yeah, Dixonia's doing all right. Fatsia's doing all right. Can't really complain at that. So as I move through under the fig tree, that Hydrangea Samanii definitely is just hanging on, by its fingernails. So we'll see what happens with that. A few of these are looking a bit straggly now. I think it's just lacking a bit of lushness from where, I have been watering it, but I've not been religiously watering it, if you see what I mean. Just giving this tree ferns and Cyatheas a bit of a spray here and there, really. That's about it. This Cyathea is doing really well. It's a smaller one, but that's got four fronds out on it. I don't know if we've got any more coming up. Doesn't look like it, but yeah, looking good. Schefflera looking good. As always, that's a real nice one, that. So hopefully that'll size up and carry on. This thing, the Pilostagia verbenoides, has finally started flowering. You can see there's a bee on it just there right in the center. It's definitely been a bit more attractive to smaller stuff, and funny enough, like houseflies seem to like it, but I don't know if you can see the flowers very well. But that's kind of what they're like. But this year it's absolutely covered in them, as you can see, so that's good. It just adds another pollinating thing for the wildlife at a different time of year, because most of the other climbers have all stopped flowering now. So yeah, good. Kind of still going strong. Obviously these will just keep going until the frosts. So yeah, adds a splash of color in there. It's quite a good one. And then yeah, this Scheffler, I think just a higher power doesn't want me to have like 6 or 7 Schefflers in here. It may be that I'm putting them in the ground too quick. I mean, this one's been in there probably a year now. I don't know, it just looks like it's taken a turn, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I'll have to just check the soil on that. I've got a sneaky feeling, because we are on heavy clay here, I have dug down a lot and gone down and put loads of manure in, but obviously there's still clay further down, so I'm just wondering if it's they're not draining very well. But the flip side of that is that the ones that are dying on me are the ones that are getting like sun, if you see what I mean. So yeah, the hibiscus at the back there, you can see is flowering. Quite nice flowers on that. They're quite big. The one above it, which is closed now, is a little bit bigger than that, but they're all right. They're not much to, apart from the flowers, they're not much to look at, the hibiscus. But nice just to have in there, if you see what I mean. And if it lives, it lives. Willemmy Pine's doing well. So yeah, good stuff with that. And then I just had a little bit of a move of stuff around up here, so bought one of the bamboos out from the front, that little tree thing that we had inside, just to get him out and get him a bit of air and sun. And then yeah, Tetrapanax, Norfolk Island pine, doing all right. I bought my dahlias in from the front. They're not doing very well. I completely forgot about them, and they were behind a canner out there, so they weren't getting any light, but they've been out here for about a week now, so buds are coming up, so we'll see how they do. Clematis armandii still looking good. Lophosauria still not looking good. The giant honeysuckle has changed modes now. We have still got flowers coming out on it. Very few and far between, but it's gone into like grow mode now, if you see what I mean. So what I said I was doing last time, can you just see this bit of wire I've got here that runs up to the top of the fence base? It's just sort of holding this up, if you see what I mean, that part, just to see what happens with it over winter. And yeah, my next thing for the honeysuckle, apart from just pruning off anything that's going to go off to the left and cover the clematis, is to try and find something to take some cuttings off. The trouble is like 80% of the plant has flowered and you can't take them off the flowering wood, and then another 15% are kind of like too long to take cuttings because it needs to be semi-hardwood, so it needs a bit of wood. All the cuttings that have took for me a couple of years ago were like hardwood, and then the top inch was sort of new growth. But what you get is like that one down there could be good for a cutting, but you can see it's got a load of growth on the top of it. So we'll see. I'll have a little hunt around maybe next month after the extremes of the weather have gone, like the extreme heat and whatnot. Well, not extreme, but the hotness. The cycads all coloured up nice. This is a real deal. I'm definitely going to get myself another one, maybe 2 of these. I'm thinking one where the Lophosauria is, and then that'll save me having to mollycoddle the Lophosauria, and another somewhere else at some point. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen the short, but they look really nice, these flowers, when they go all the way, go all the way down there. It's really nice, especially in the shade. It's a real sort of salmon reddy pink and a nice bright orange on them, nice and vibrant, so that's good. The Scheffler, which was in the centre bed, it died so I took that out, and I thought I'm just going to play it with a straight bat and put a Fatsia in there. It's one of those ones, it's quite an important spot because it needs to take up a lot of volume, and I was umming and ahhing about it before I decided to put the Scheffler in there because I didn't want anything deciduous. So that kind of knocks quite a lot of stuff out. I need something evergreen. And then it's quite a windy, it's a windy garden anyway, and that's in the centre. So it's a particularly windy spot. So it kind of like, knocks out a lot, if you see what I mean. So it was a toss up between the Scheffler and the Fatsia last time. The reason I didn't go for the Fatsia is because sometimes you see them in the middle of the in the midday sun or out in the sun, and the leaves sort of go a bit yellowy and curl upwards a bit, and I didn't want that to happen. But we'll see how that does. I've got it all it is at the moment, just while it's hot. I've just put that in there for now just to keep it whole. But what I'll do after this video is actually take that out, because it's going to be another 28 degrees, and just chuck him up there in the shade with the other Scheffler and then I'll plant that in a month or so's time, maybe. So yeah, other than that, that's all, doing not very well in there, really, to be honest with you. But I think that, you know, for what's in there, probably only that buddleia is safe. I may completely revamp that, but I'm going to have a little think on it, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, and then lastly, just down in Comedia Corner here, everything's looking pretty good. Tetrapanics has just got a little few funny odds and sods on it, as you can see. It's not doing amazingly. What's the word I'm looking for? They're not like taut and luscious, if you know what I mean. They're starting to sag a little bit, but yeah, it's still alive. Seems to sort of fairly like it there, so we keep it there. This Dixonia likes it there, and then yeah, the giant honeysuckle cutting. Still haven't tied it up, but I think that's probably just about long enough for me to tie up to that bit of wood and tuck it in behind, and then it will hopefully go some and put a good bit of growth on before winter comes. So yeah, that's about it really. My I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do next in the garden, to be honest with you. It was just get the patio, if you see what I mean. So I ain't got any money for another month or two, so I can't buy anything big. So yeah, I might just sit and enjoy it. Hope you're enjoying your garden too, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.